Okay, back for Genshin Thursday. Let's see what we can get.
Stabilize.
Pick up those rocks, Mr. Lee. Mr. Zhong of the Lees. Of the Lee family. Alright. Ooh, there's one up here. 3 flowers. 1, 2, 3.
Time for retribution.
I got the wrong way, did it? 6 fruits. 2, 3. Alright, Bertrand. I'm gonna come and see you in a minute. We've got 1. Yeah, I think I'll just do 4 domains today. I'm not using any addition of fragiles. Oh, that wasn't good. Pick that up. What am I looking for? Looking for some of those crystal flies. That's what I'm looking for. Bum 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 bum. We're not gonna be able to get both of those. Yeah, I will. That's great, that's enough for tomorrow as well. Oh, excuse my sniffing. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Okay, which domain shall we go to today? What are your stats, bro? What's official like on this account? Not very good. Nope, not very good. What are your stats, Shangling? Yeah, they are okay, not great. I reckon, wait a sec. Wait a second, what's your EM? Let's just have a look here. 84, 58. Alright, let's switch with Jean. 7982. She can take this setback afterwards. 35. Okay, let's switch there. Now what are we up to? 946. So hard to get to 1k. Do I want this domain? It's the question. I think I'll go to Emblem today. Mix it up a bit so we don't stay in the same domains all the bloody time. That gets real boring real fast.
If only you could cleanse the corrupt.
Frost and Flame Boon. I should have stuck with the Diluc team actually, because they're cryo mobs, aren't they?
I'm here.
Yes, this is the truth.
Let's go, let's go. Scratch.
Oh no, they're not, they're electric mobs. We're fine.
Look at you.
We're
Animal
fine.
hypostasis emulation. Fate is upon you. Whirling snow, embrace the ice. Shadows of take flight.
Oh dear.
My apologies.
Took a bit of time. And for the first run of Thursday, what will the magic tree give us? Awesome, no, oh no, 2 pieces. Oh, it's not bad. That's another one, it's not bad. At least they're all percentages. This is low. Let's continue on. I'm really not after Shimanara, but let's go.
Can't handle your drink. Let me scribe. Whirling snow. Yeah. Animal test 6308. Shadows of fate decided by destiny. Sakura swirl. Enhanced animal mode. Pew pew. Diana special.
Wasted everyone's burst at the end. More Shimanara. That's crap. That's basically 2 wasted runs.
Sketch. Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
Written in the stars.
Take flight. Embrace the ice.
gonna get? Oh, hey Sam, how's it going? How you feeling today? Hopefully a bit better. Oh, why give me attack main stats? Why game? This isn't bad. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. You should get better, right? I think most people recover from COVID. One of my mates, he's had it 3 times.
Let's go. Scratch. Let me scry. Take flight. Can't handle your dreams, huh? Delve into destiny. Absorption test. My apologies.
Come over here, big boy, come on.
Sketch. Fate is upon you. Look at you! Sakura swirl! Whirling animal test 6308. Absorption test.
Exactly what I've gotten thus far today. Not that bad, not dog shit, but I've got to see what the 4th stat is on most of them. And most of my stuff's been Shiminawa. I did 2 runs and it was just all Shiminawa. First 2 runs. Yeah, not much yet. Yeah, it hasn't been a great day thus far here. Let's just have a look and see. We did get Cryo Goblet. Oh, it's hard to replace. Cryo damage. What's her one? 22% ER. It's not bad. Are none of these good? I guess none of these are good. I should unlock this and raise this. Oh, that's nice. Onset goblets, always handy. Allows you to go off piece circlet or offset circlet or crap or offset sands. Well, I don't think we've got anything else really. Emblem, nothing new, nothing new, nothing new, nothing new, yeah, nothing new. Oh well, no upgrades today. While I'm here, I'll go and see this Bertrand Borgi in that quest. Alright, let's see. They're all in the collector. Chug, chug, chug. Okay, come on. What do we have to do next? Please come back later. Okay. We don't get many very good rewards for the quest. I suppose we get primos here. core collection. I don't know. Is it this one? Elemental charge. Right, I didn't even read what you wanted. What you want me to do, but go to them and have pyro applied for 15 seconds, okay. These last few events have been so mediocre. The drumming one, this one, the other one, the mud one, all just boring. Right. Alright, so Hydro. Where's
Rain! I hate rain. Let's go inside. I'm not scared of water. I just...
You can definitely interfere if I leave you alive.
Let me start.
Gonna be...
Her Excellency.
What is that?
Trying to communicate.
That's what the leaks have been saying for a while. We're gonna get the GGA again, but... Sorry, the GAG again. No, no, is it Golden Apple? GAA, yes, GAA. Golden Apple. Whatever.
Light it up. This is
Yeah, well, that's what's meant to be happening. Let's see if we actually get it or not. Because these events have just been really, really boring. What do I have to do now? Electro. And Zuma. Yeah, they just feel like filler events. I was surprised that they voice acted the Dark Mud event because it seemed like such a filler event, but what they probably did was while they were getting the voice acting done for the Zhao sacrifice in the chasm, they probably had the voice actors in then and just, you know, like recorded a bit extra for it then. Look at all this photo, where is it here? Should be tomorrow, stream. I haven't checked, but normally it's on the Friday before, like 1 week before the patch. Friday before that. The only exception to that rule has been, so far, has been the, during the delay. So, I should find out tomorrow. Really, I just want to know which characters are going to be on banner. That's my main concern. Not much else. Let's put a shield up and these guys can put Electro on me.
My sword.
This. Oh, it's under here, isn't it? Yeah, let's get that. Very good. Yeah, I just want to see if we get, because potentially I'll be wishing on both accounts, which is unusual because normally I don't have a wish on this account. That's why I'm interested to have someone. Yeah, might be not just having Kaz. I might be able to swing Klee if if she's available on the banner. Maybe. All depends. Let me think. Alright, I'm on 75 pity now, and I've got 250 wishes. So it all depends on winning 50/50s and things coming early or late. A good afternoon, Potato. How are you today? Oh, I'm glad to hear you're doing fine. Quest is complete. Alright, so I guess the next bit we can't do till tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow for me. Fine. No, I don't think so. I'm either gonna not be wishing on that account, my main account, or I'm gonna be going after Yoimiya if she's on the banner. Daily commissions, okay. Yeah, I mean it's much better to get a bigger roster than it is to, well, it's my opinion, to have a bigger roster of characters than to have constellations on a few, because more characters open up more variations of team building and play styles, and that's the key to not getting bored in Genshin. If you're always playing the same teams, you're going to start really getting bored. That's how I feel on this account. That's what I'm kind of looking forward to, if Klee's on the banner or not. So I would go for characters over constellations, and even if she's not on banner, like, oops, I'm just going to give my wallet a rest. I'm not going to go for constellations. Like I can do it like the hardest content in the game. I can already clear it with the people I've got. Do you know what I mean? It don't make sense to me spending for just to make what I've already got stronger. But spending to get a new character, that's kind of different. Yeah, so you'll definitely be able to cap the BP before the before it ends. How long is it? Like 12 days, I think. 10 days. Yeah, you got enough time. I haven't done these things. I haven't done weeklies about requests for bounties. That's the other thing. I don't even think, like, I would say with Kaz, he's quite low investment for constellations. I think his best two are his first two, and then the next good one I think is C6. So it's quite, it's quite a lot to get to C6. Yeah, of the storm. But yeah, that's the main point. I mean, if you can already clear everything, it just doesn't. Just to have higher numbers doesn't appeal to me. Yeah, and in a way, I'd rather like I'd kind of hoping Yoimiya is not on the banner, because I know, like, in 3.0, which should be coming after 2.8, they're going to have a slew of new characters, right? So I'm going to be spending a fair bit. And I'd rather have like a 1 month break before that happens, but chances are that Yoimiya probably is going to be on the next banner, so yeah, I'll have to go through the pain of losing my 50/50 and yada yada yada. Okay, let's go see via Goldat. I mean, I really need to, like, put my Kazar in better gear. His stats aren't very good for crit build, but they're alright. But that would be my priority of things to do with Kaz. but I don't have time for that because I've always got something else I'm doing. There's always another character I'm building. But he's been fine with what he's had for. I think like when I first got him, his stat he was like at 50 and 100 on the crits. Where is he? Now he's like a slightly more than. Oh, this is the wrong account. He's slightly more than that now, like something like 60, 120, but hardly got any upgrades. Now, if there was some actual end game content that was kind of a bit more challenging, you could start. I could start considering going after constellations on characters I really enjoy. But right now, it's like Potato was saying, there's no need for it. I don't even think you really need any of Kaz's constellations. C1 is really good quality of life. C2 just, like gives you more damage amplification for the rest of your team. But the C1 is very good quality of life. You have the ability to just do his E again. It's really handy. And generates a good amount of particles. Well, we're going to get that Shiki Haijo guy out. We're going to get that new Animo character who uses his fists. Even though he's a Catalyst character. So, he looks good. I'm hoping he's good. Because when I saw him, I was interested by him. When I first saw Kukushinobu, I wasn't interested by her, and it turns out my gut instinct was right. She's not very good. Now, Haijo, I would expect, because he's the first melee character they're introducing, I'd expect them to do him well. To sell that kind of style of character, and for the fight, further releases of characters that fight like that. That's the guy, Haijo.
Stick to your own path. It doesn't matter what Mother Nature throws at you.
I was really hoping he'd be a niche support for Zhao, but even if he's not, I would be interested in picking up a copy of him. But again, that's kind of, that's difficult to definitely get a 4-star. Might have the bad luck I had with Kujo Sora.
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
But yeah, I'm quite interested in that character. I like the way his animations look, and it's a new style. Even though the weapons are Catalyst, it's a new style of like combat that we haven't had before in Genshin.
Stabilize.
Oh, that didn't work.
Retribution.
Hit them, Diluc, thank you. Oh, Robert Noel with a bow. Alright, so don't beat them up.
I will have order.
Alright, we are done. I always go to the crafting table when I'm meant to be going to see what's her face. Catherine. Hello, Catherine.
Thank you for.
Sorry, Catherine. I need to whack you with a serpent's spine. Alright, I'm going to go see Tubby, see what we can buy from him.
This realm is
Trust rank. have we got? I guess it's just going to be these artifact XP thingies. Yep.
If you ever have...
Alright, what do we get next level? Should I farm my BP today? I could probably cap it if I farm it. Oh yeah, let's just do it. I'll get it out of the way today. Okay, so have we done killing Dvalin 3 times? No, let's go and do that. That gives a lot of points. Yeah, I think I can get to level 50 on the BP today. Because I've got quite a few weeklies to do. Or at least we'll get very close to capping it today. One of the two, I'm not sure which one. I've picked the wrong team for this. Where is he? Hold the bond. Does he only come when I move? Stand here forever. This is the secret trick to not having to be confrontational with bosses in Genshin. Don't move. They won't see you. They're like T-Rexes in Jurassic Park. Come on, bro, I can't hit you up there. Come put your hand down on this surface. Oh, that didn't get him. Bennett burst would kill him. Nah, not by itself.
Solidify.
That makes it easier having someone with that arrow. I think it's a burst that buffs her. Because mine's not built, I don't really know. Let's just have a look. I'm pretty sure it's a burst that buffs her. Stormcloaks can provide the active character within the AoE the same attack bonus as given by the elemental skill. Oh, they both do. Alright, they both do. But they won't stack. So they both give an attack bonus based off Sarah's base attack. I thought it was just a burst, but yeah, because I don't play her, I don't really know. I should actually like build her up more on this account, but I need one more copy of her.
Embrace the ice.
I'd almost certainly play Raiden more if I had a like C6 on my main account, but I literally use Raiden for Raiden National and that's it. That's the only thing I use Raiden for. And that's more of like a power trip thing, because you know everyone's bursts are always ready ahead of the cooldown coming off, so you can just be like a burst spamming monster. I need loads. I need like, I think I'm C2 or 3. Oh man, this account I only need one more copy of her. She's semi-built on this account, but I just haven't got around to finishing her off. I think she's level 70 with like 666 talents, something like that. The sort of bare minimum entry level build.
My apologies.
Alright, we've done that, so let's have a look. Yeah, I'll be able to cap today. Grab that. And let's go to town. Forge 20 items, cook 20 dishes. All that jazz. Do we... I guess we don't have chicken. I can't make a sweet madame. Oh no. Right, what can I make? I don't think I've got a lot of... I'll make as many of these as I can. I don't do like fowl farming or sweet flower farming on this account. I just don't have stuff. Well, I must be able to make a large amount of something. Maybe not. Don't have enough of anything. Mint salads. Let's make those. I don't know how many I need. Maybe around there. Are we done? Yes.
Today's recommendation is...
Alright. Let's go, let's go. Hey, Wagner. Make me 20 rocks, please. And when he does that, I'll just do the weeklies. The Inazuma ones, because you don't need elemental sight. Well, I guess we'll see when Sumeru comes out. If there's like no like weeklies that need elemental sight usage, we can put that down as another mechanic that Mihoyo have decided to not do anything further with. You might see it like occur in one quest here or there where you got to use elemental sight, and then that's it. Another system they've created that they don't extend further. Which one is it? Oh, this one.
Shake your hand, stir! Can't handle the animal hypostasis amulet.
Written in the stars.
Think you can bully me?
Oh, bye. Thank you. Invulnerable to Geo. Okay, that's fine. I don't have any Geo characters in my group. $130k, that's alright.
Day.
Delves into depth.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Diana special.
Take flight. Kamisato art. Sometsu. was a...
Oh, what's your favourite part of fishing? Yeah. No, like I think I told you before, I didn't mind it so much when I did it for two reasons. One, there was an event going on where there was more fishing locations available almost 24/7. And second, I did it on my phone when I was sitting on the sofa, so I didn't feel it as much. It felt more like something I was doing in the background rather than when I was while I was actively playing Genshin. But again, that's another system, like, they've just done nothing with it since releasing it. I think they've added a few more fish to the newer areas, like Enconomia and Chasm, but
My apologies.
other than that, not really that much they've done to it. Same like with the Wave Rider stuff. I thought, oh, you know, when the Wave Rider come out, they'll probably like add some other boats and stuff. And, you know, it could have been a whole thing where you gotta go and gather like the wood, and you've got to make the components in your realm, and I don't know, a blacksmith something, and just they could have done something much more with it. They could have sold skins for your boat in the shop, but they just don't. Don't expand. Okay, let's go do the requests now. Oh, I wonder actually if this will cap us. Yep. Excuse me. Just grab my requests. They really just need, like, basically in this game, some more permanent things to do at end game. Something that's always there, not just Spiral Abyss. And they could be, you know, like, put really low rewards. They don't have to have lots of high rewards, just something else to do. You can come, oh no, you can't show my world, can you? And so you can come rob mine. Electro crystals. Alright, so let's go give this guy his electro crystals. Yo, MDR, how you doing, mate? Los. I'm here for your fishy toe. Oh god, I don't have electro crystals, are you serious? We'll go and get some. Alright, Sandan, wait here. I wanna go and get you some electro crystals. I need pyro. Cool. There are some on that beach, aren't there, on that coastline, I believe. Or are they down there? Yeah, I think they're this way. Yeah, it's a good eye team. It's very kind. I mean, I'm gonna grab that while I'm here. I find that in Genshin, most people are quite, you know, like quite helpful, because it's rare that they're gonna need the fish or whatever resource it is that you need at the same time, unless it's you know, like a new character everyone's waited for, or someone like Kaz when he comes out. I doubt anyone will let you come and take their sea Gandomiras, that sort of thing. But generally, sort of speaking, most people don't mind. I wouldn't mind, you know, if someone sort of said, "Oh, can I come and take your fish?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, if you want my fish, you can have my fish." Lol. Was it a definite kick, or was it connection issues? I think they're around here somewhere. No, there we go. I knew there was somewhere here. It's not going to be 5, is it? Maybe. Oh yeah, I need fire. So long since I found these things. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2 more. I'm, like I was saying, in my experience, I don't do a lot of co-op. Well, only like people, you know, like come and ask me to do it with them. But I don't have a problem with people taking my stuff.
If only you could cleanse the corrupt souls of this world.
Yeah, this is taking me forever to find some electro crystals. I should look on a map or something, but I'll just run around. Look for them.
Listen, as long as you stick to your own path, it doesn't matter what Mother Nature throws at you.
Kill this guy.
Stabilize.
Let's light it up! Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword. Everybody stand!
Verdict is...
They're probably going to be on the coast, aren't they? Yo, Blazing Ben, how are you doing? Let's hope he doesn't kick you, Sam. Hopefully you won't. Like I was saying, in my experience, most Genshin players are quite friendly.
If only you could cleanse the corrupt souls of this world.
You know, like, if there's no PvP in a game, generally players are quite friendly. There's a huge amount of toxic gaming sort of shit goes on due to PvP. If there's no PvP, people are pretty chill. That should be enough. I'll just grab this one just in case. Wow, thank you. I do a good impression of Zhongli in his English dub. Osmanthus wine tastes just like I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Alright, let's see. Which way are we going? That way to Sanden. Every journey comes to an end. Don't rush. I've played Zhongli for way too long. I know like all his voice lines. There he is. Big Daddy Zhong. I mean, he's by far one of the coolest characters in Genshin. Like, everything about Zhongli. Let's look at this. Alright. I think I got one more request to do. Maybe 2. 10 chunks to that guy. Alright, let's go and defeat the Kairagi first. Where are they? It's got to be like my favourite character in the game at the moment, who's Kazuha. So, and he's been my favourite since he was released. I'm not sure if like he's the best. Probably Bennett's probably the best. But yeah, Kaz is my favourite. But that's not just to do with his support capabilities, you know, like I kind of simp for him. I like his design, his backstory, how he plays, all of that stuff. Yeah, I'd say Bennett is probably the better one. You know, like if we're talking about actually who is the best support, but who I like the most will be Kaz.
Outlines your fate. Time to act.
Order guide you.
They've got about the same level of versatility, I'd say, in terms of dropping them in and out of teams. Just Bennett does more because he can heal as well as giving, you know, the rest of your team extra damage, which is the only thing Kaz really provides. Well, Kaz provides grouping, but you know, like grouping isn't really that important, especially like floor 12 of the Abyss, where it's mainly big mobs or boss mobs, so you don't really need grouping that much. So for that reason, yeah, I think I vote for Bennett. I don't like dislike him. It's just his, like, you know, his design is just, he just looks a bit meh. You know, he's like, it's just his sort of personality is a bit sort of lame as well. You know, he's a bit of an idiot. Basically, he's a lovable idiot, but he's a bit of an idiot. So yeah. So, but you know, if you were to like that's the reason I say Kaz is my favorite support, because if I factor in design and aesthetics and all of that stuff, he wins hands down. But in terms of actually doing a job, yeah, it's got to be Bennett. He does a lot. No, mine's still C5. No, this one isn't even close. This isn't my main account. This is my second account. This is the guy's only C4. My main account is C5, but I have the exclamation mark on him, the notification, which I really don't like having. And it's there, driving me mad every time I look at his portrait. I've got a notification on it, like saying, "Please C6 me." I'm like, no, dude. It's true, you're right. Like, they can't make everyone cool, because especially not 4 stars, right? They've got to make the 4 stars be the geeky squad, and the 5 stars be like the cool dudes, the Zhonglis of the world. Let's grab all this. Very good. I don't find it tempting because you know I understand what it will do to my Bennett. I don't think it breaks him. But what I think Mihoyo did wrong was, I think they should have made his C6 be his C1, and his C1 to be C2. So then to get to his current C1, you'd have to go through his current C6, which would therefore make him only be, you know, viable for pyro teams or creating pyro teams. You know, he'd be pretty much like Chongyon is, and that would have limited how valuable he would be. But they made the mistake of messing his constellations up, and that's why, you know, no one will C6 him who's sensible. Anyway, I'm just going to change onto my main account. So yeah, that's what I think happened with Bennett. I mean, Mihoyo in the first year of the game, they made a lot of mistakes, and you can sort of see that now. And since then, they've been playing like catch up to fix those mistakes, and then sort of redesigning the rollout of characters and how synergies work and all of that kind of stuff. Because you know, we saw in the last year that they've started making niche supports the main thing now. So for every 5-star DPS they'll bring out a 4-star, or there will be a current 4-star that will complement them exceedingly well. Whereas in the first year and a half they didn't do that. It was just flinging out characters here and there and just seeing what worked. Do you know what I mean? And like Bennett, the Jing Chos, you know, those early Sucrose, those early like supports, that I can't see them losing value like ever, really. Yeah, Bennett is like a secret pipe. So he's the actual Pyro Archon. That's who he is. Right, let's see what we got here. Oh, I do have a lot of primos. I need to save primos actually. I've just been spunking them on nonsense. Let's go and condense my resin. Actually, you know what day is it today? Thursday. I think I can get Sucrose's talent books. I've been building up Sucrose. I want to take this to 9. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get 12 gold books, and this is a problem. My Mora is always a problem. Always got no Mora. I'll just do a domain, maybe leyline. No, I've kept my BP, so I don't have an easy way of acquiring Mora. Yeah, I might just do more ley lines today actually, because we don't get BP. It's true. Well, maybe that's why his C6 is his C6, right? His C6 makes him the Pyro Archon. He makes everyone infused with Pyro. I can do this. I get 30k from that. Okay. Oops, that was wrong. I'm pretty sure I've done my bounties and requests on this account. Yeah, 3 bounties and requests. Claim all this for no reason. Fine. Alright, I'm gonna definitely have to do more ley lines. As much as I hate it, I just don't have more, and I don't have any other way to make more. Let's go here. That would be cool. It would be like if you had a delusion, it could turn into like the Harbinger state. I was wondering about that. I wonder if like later in the life of Genshin, if they're gonna introduce a storyline that most characters end up sort of being able to access their delusion part, and then either they're gonna sell us the delusion version of the character or sell us the ability to unlock the delusion on the character. That would be fucking epic. But obviously it depends. If that could only happen if it's already set up in the storyline, because you know, like they've obviously got a story planned out. That's why certain things are gated in the way they are, because they're trying to tell us a story. Just hit the bloody things, Ito, please. Okay. Alright, where's the next one? Up there. You know, have I got any upgrade stuff for this? No. I only got 16k more anyway. Oh no, it's 160k now, yeah. More, please, so I can actually do something this weekend with my characters.
Stabilize. Press the advantage. I will have order.
Live, witness my great undertaking.
It's showtime. Attaboy. Yeah.
So we're up to what, 280? Okay, 280k is alright. I can get one artifact up to plus 20 from plus 0 now. So let's do 2 artifact domains. Or maybe like they could do the storyline like, you know, like his dad or something. He bucks him up and teaches him the secret art to become the Pyro Archon, and it's all about pressing that C6 exclamation button. how Mihoyo made us ruin our Bennetts. I want to change team. I've been playing this Geo team for a few days now. Let's go different team. Yep.
Body and mind. Busted. Let me weave you a verse.
Here we go.
Cascade.
Where's the loot? Cool. I wonder which domain I should go to. I've only got 2 runs, probably won't get anything good. Jumpy jump. Oh, not very good at jumping.
Think you can get away?
Lol.
Brace yourselves.
Get out of that fog. Thank you.
I may have overestimated myself.
Yahoo! Time for takeoff. Let's play.
Gotcha.
Be still.
I've never built my Venti as like main DPS. I've seen like we used to call it shotgun Venti. There was a physical build for him back in the day. I don't know if it's still viable now, but yeah, I've always just used him as support. It was just easier to build as well because I got him very early on in my Genshin career. I think he was like the second 5-star I got on his first rerun, and so you know, when you're a new player, you don't have a lot of resources to invest, so it was just cheaper just to make him a support.
Few and far between.
And I've just used him like that ever since. It's really handy for like overworld, like, you know, anywhere there's these small mobs, you just do that
Get away.
and just stand there.
Brace yourselves.
Right, the big one gets through. This, bit of this for this guy.
Quietly now.
That.
Here we go.
I don't like his elemental skill. I find it a bit mediocre. I mainly use it for generating particles, or to get the buff from. Now I've got Elegy of the End to get the 1 stack on that, because that gets stacks from either his bursts hits or from his elemental skill hits. But yeah, I'm not keen on his elemental skill. It's good for exploration, but still not as good as Kaz's, because with Kaz you can do his E while you're jumping or falling, whereas with him he has to be on the ground. You have to hold it down to go up, and it goes a bit higher than Kaz does, but that doesn't really mean much. Alan. But it's been like weeks and weeks and weeks now. I'm not getting the quests that I want for my dailies in Mondstadt. I don't know how many months I've been in Mondstadt now, but I've only got one of the quests that I need once. And it's that quest from Glory, you know, the blind chick in Mondstadt. And it's something to do with Godwin. You know, Godwin's a bit of a prick. He won't tell Glory that he's not really far away. And there's 3 different choices you can make, and you've got to do all 3 once to get the achievement. I've done it twice, but the first time I don't remember which choice I made, and now I don't remember which choice I've made the second time because it was months ago. So conceivably I could always be making the same choice. And there's no way to check unless you note it down. And I'm like, oh man. I'm not that much of a sweaty gamer where I want to have all the notes scribbled down and everything. Oh, he's a nice Venti. He's helping you out. But yeah, I think most Genshin players are very like helpful and friendly. Most people I've met a lot on stream, mainly on my stream. You know, even people I've only met once, usually quite friendly, quite chill. Compared to other communities from games that I've played over the years, yeah, everyone seems, the majority of people seem really nice and helpful in Genshin, which is a nice change. Is there? Is in the archive? Where is it? This archive. So, crap. Where would I go to? I've never been to this thing. Books, maybe. Travelogue. Something travelogue. Yeah. So these are the quests, right? Prologue. Oh no, so these are going to be Archon quests, I guess. Yeah, they must be Archon quests, right? What's this then? These are story quests. No, but it might be in amongst these. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll just have a look on Google when I'm not playing and find out which section it is to come to check. Because if I can check, that'll sort me out. I think for the other quest, the one where you got to talk to Victor in the cathedral, I'm literally on the last part of it where he's meant to F off back to Shezhnaya, but I just can't get that quest to proc. I'm not even meant to be helping this guy. I thought I was meant to be like escorting him and walking with him. I was thinking, hang on, why is there no one attacking? Man, I've touch wood. I've missed that bullet, the Chi-Chi bullet, on both accounts. I'm still a Chi-Chi virgin.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
Hopefully, she won't come when I'm trying to get a character I really want. Probably will come then. Alright, very good. Let's go and see Wagner. Make me some rocks, please, my friend. Man, I need to do some mining again. I'm out of this crap already. Alright, Mr. Ito. Let's get your sword. A couple of levels. Better than none. Take it. And... domain. Which domain shall I go to today? Maybe we'll go... Oh, Ayato's almost dead. Let's go and heal him. Maybe it will go to the iridescent domain. No, actually, I'll go to the husk domain because I need to sort out the Geo boys. They're not in a good state. Where's Albedo? Check his stats. I think he needs. Oh no, actually, he's alright. Where's Dog Breath? There he is. His stats are bad, but I don't care about that. I haven't even plussed his artifacts. It's just... his talents are alright. Where's Albedo? Alright, so this could use some work. Take that up. Alright, I guess we'll go to Maiden Beloved Domain, Iridescent Domain, whatever it's called. Valley of Remembrance. That's the one. Let's see if we can't get Kaz an upgrade. Luckily for this domain, Venti's very helpful. He's more helpful than Kaz in here. Oh, if you have his burst up, I don't have his burst up. So we'll have to start a little bit differently.
Yahoo!
Come on, get your burst up, boy. Get your burst up, boy.
Think you can get away?
Ring cutter. Here comes the cash.
Hey Robbie, good morning, man. How you doing? How is it going? Oh mate, what a shame. I'll be gutted if it gives me 2 more pieces of that for my final run.
Time for takeoff. Yahoo!
Let me weave you a... Gotcha. You was about to get set.
Be still.
Did you? I mean, I wouldn't waste a C3 Chi-Chi myself. I say that, but I've got, like, I'm sitting on the C4 Kaching and I don't use her. 1 piece. Oh no, why so bad? Why game? Alright, yeah, that's not great. Is your Chi-Chi C4 now, Robbie? Oh, we are standard banner brothers. Both got C4 standard banner characters. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure my Kaching is C4. Let me check. Cause I got a copy of her my last. Yeah, it's C4. I was gutted because I wanted D-Look Constellation and I got her. I was like, yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd rather have got these constellations on her, as I have done, than get a Chi-Chi and get constellations on Chi-Chi, but they're both not very good. Alright, what have I got to do now? The event. Let's go and see Bertrand. Did you get her on standard banner or on event banner? Oh, that looks cool, doesn't it? Oh, he's this way, isn't he? Wow, Chi-Chi loves you, man. You get on the standard banner. I could kind of accept it, you know, not accept it, but you know, you have to accept it. So you kind of be like, well, it's standard banner, but event banner. I think Chi-Chi's got a thing for you, Robbie. She's stalking you on every banner you go to. Bertrand, what do you want me to do? I just did this on the other account. I can't remember what it was. Oh, you have to get struck by electricity or something. Wait, have you not got Jean, Robbie? Or do you want constellations on it? I'd like C4 Jean for the resistance shred she gives. I think should be a lot more useful then. But But ideally, I'd wanted more constellations on D-Look because I've already got like C3 or 2 D-Look. I can't remember. Some, you know, standard banner stuff, so I don't ever remember. You never got it? Okay. Damn.
Hold the line.
Alright, he wants me to go and stand over here somewhere, doesn't he? Yep. You're not far off, Sam. You're not far off.
Uphill battle.
No, I'm not on fire anymore. Stand in the flames.
A brash maneuver.
Alright, good. Let's kill these guys.
Covenant of the deep.
Her damage is not bad for using Thrilling Tales. She's hitting for 3.3k using level 70 Thrilling Tales. That's not bad. And a support set. I'm gonna change her gear out while I'm doing this nonsense about taking elemental damage. I think I've got a clam set ready for her. Ocean clam. Just it's not enhanced, that's all. She's already got that on. Oh, no, she doesn't. It's not that one. Not that one. What are you using at the moment? It must have been that one, but it's not very good for HP. Yeah, so it's basically like you've got... It's a standard DPS with her, you know, there's no variable that will make the damage be higher or lower. Like, that's the problem with crit characters, isn't it? So, for flat out damage, flat DPS, you can easily calculate with Kokomi. It's not good either. Maybe I didn't have a HP one of these ready for her, but then I've taken this to 4. So, okay, I'll just use that because it's +4. Yeah, it must be that one. It's HP. Alright, let's go. Where to now? And she hits quite quickly as well. Like, her animation time for casting the fish that she fires, because she actually fires little fish that are shaped like water. If you see them, they're hard to see because they're shooting off. And they kind of like go like that, they meander like a fish. It's funny. Alright, let's see. Let's fight this mage. It's considerably less, but there's going to be resistance. This is going to be the reason why. On this mob. Alright, Kaz, just kill her, please.
My apologies. Just once more.
It's just, I only picked her for this because she's got a lot of HP. She can tank all these hits that she needs to.
A brash maneuver. A brash maneuver.
Is it Cryo I'm meant to be getting hit by, or Hydra?
A brash maneuver. A brash maneuver. Let's move out.
Okay, you got the next highest HP. I'm not sure what I'm meant to be getting hit by. Let's have a look. Hydra, okay.
So rude.
Let's get rid of these cryo mobs. Oh, okay. Done. Very good.
That hurts.
Can you stop hitting me, please?
Adorn my night.
Thank you. Oh yeah, it's in a zoom, isn't it? Let me just grab this drop. Drop, 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 drop. I never pay attention to these things, Sam. Just like, I just did it on the other account. I'm just like, I've already forgotten. Right, let's try out Kokomi again.
Follow the wind.
Billowing surge.
It's this toy maker dude in Inazuma. So far it's been crap, mate. He just, the first day he sends you to pick up some fruit and some plants. Today he's sending me to get hit by different elemental charges. Alright. Sorry, my missus was messaging me. Yeah, I mean, maybe like the last two stages of it will be something better, but I haven't really been impressed so far with this event. I was saying it to Sam earlier, I've really not been impressed with the last few events, like the drumming one, the mud one, now this one. They all just seem like filler events. But hopefully that means the next patch is going to have some, something really exciting in it. But for the interim, it's a bit boring. But that is how Mihoyo tend to do it. They give us some really lackluster events just before they drop a patch with a lot of crap in it, and then towards the end of that patch, when the content dies out, they give you some more lackluster events, just like I call them filler events, like an anime when you get filler episodes and the animation quality drops and the dubbing quality drops and everything is the same with events in this game. Some are like really professionally made and thought out and taken a lot of time for them to construct, and some are just copy and pastes of previous events. Yeah, I agree, man. It's been pretty bad having three shitty events in a row, and they've all been time gated as well. I hate that. Why? Just don't time gate poor events. Just let us go through them all in one day. I can understand if you've got like an event that's tied to the storyline, or to an Archon storyline, time gating it a bit to make sure you're not progressing too far in the story. But when it's just rewards, I mean, some people would rather not have to play extra every day. Some people would rather just do their half an hour dailies and stuff, and then one day of that week just bang out the events and get it done. Have a long session of play, but they don't give us that option. And the rewards have been a bit lackluster as well. They haven't really been great rewards. They've been kind of just meh. Just meh. I had a couple of hero with bit of money, 30k more, or maybe like I get 60 primos here, 30k more. Some of these things. Maybe you'll have use for them, maybe not for a long time. Yeah, it should be, right? Tomorrow it should be. I mean, fingers crossed. I haven't had a look online. I think later this evening I'll have a look and see if we're definitely getting it tomorrow. But it should be. I mean, I'm lucky today I haven't got my kid because my wife's off. She's taking him home. But tomorrow's Friday, so I won't have my kid anyway. My mum has him, so I will try and restream the live stream. like in one like corner of the game window tomorrow, and we can see what they show us. Luckily, the live streams aren't very long usually for Genshin, like usually 30 minutes. Okay, so that's done. What else have I got to do? I got these quests to do. Yangshang Tea House. I think I'll do this one. This is a story quest. Oh, this must be Elan, right? Umbrellas or Cheris? I will do the world quest. Let's do the world quest.
This scenery is wonderful. Sure.
Yeah, they did used to be longer, but now they're like half an hour. Well, the recent ones, I missed the last one, but I think that was half an hour as well. But the ones before are half an hour, because they tried to make them better, the English live streams, because when they started out, they are how they are now, where they've got avatars for the voice actors, and then remember there was a period where they were using their webcams, where we actually saw the voice actors at home or wherever they were, and then one of those live streams messed up like really badly. Some technical issues, and since then they went back to just using avatars and making it be 30 minutes. I mean, I prefer it being shorter, to be honest, because there was a lot of waffle in the hour-long ones, you know, a lot of that kind of forced laughing and stuff, because, you know, obviously the voice actors have been given scripts as to what to say, and a lot of it felt really forced, and when you can see them on the webcam, you know, you can see that it's not the real words they'll be using and stuff in conversation. They were quite funny to watch, but it was nice to see the actual voice actors, you know, see their faces, see what they really look like. Oh, I'm reading this up and I was find a carpenter. Alright, let's find your carpenter. This is like when your neighbour asks you, have you got any recommendations for an electrician or a carpenter or a plumber or something? It's the same thing. But he's gone to the Adventurers Guild to find a carpenter. What? Alright. I mean, you'd think with like all this wooden flooring and like like these barriers, these steps, these buildings, you know, it's all like wood. So you'd expect there to be like a large number of carpenters available anyway. At the tables, the chairs, like, the blinds, I mean everything. It's all wood. But they don't have any carpenters, really. I find this hard to believe. We'll go to Quincy Village. Ooh, get those chilies. Chilies. There's more chilies. Hello, Master Lou. Yeah, it's like they didn't really think about it. And at least in Mondstadt you could argue, alright, well, it's all made out of stone, all the buildings. Maybe they don't have a lot of carpenters around, but Leeway's all made out of wood. Doesn't make no sense. And then on top of that, it's a harbour, right? So you've got boats coming in and out, so they must have like people to repair the boats, and the boats are made out of wood, so they're probably carpenters. I don't get it. I ran out of wood last night. Oh, he's got one of those upside down moustaches that some of the characters in Genshin have. The edges of their moustache go up like that. Just your hair on your face doesn't grow like that. It always goes down at those sides. I've got the goatee moustache. I know what happens. It never goes up like that. I don't think I've seen this haircut before in Genshin on any other models. Have they made a new haircut for NPCs that I've not seen before? Because this haircut I've seen on loads of NPCs. This, I don't think I've seen it before. Yeah, right, so many. That's right, like, they could have just set this in Mondstadt, it would have made more sense. The whole city's built out of stone. And the roofs are tiled, aren't they? They're not wooden roofs, so that would make sense. Do they? Okay, it's the first time I've noticed it. Because that little man, he looks like he should be bald. He doesn't look like he should have that haircut. Like, they've just put that, obviously, like, the hairs are part of a kit that they put on different models. Kind of like Lego men. Like Lego men have different hair that you can put on them. That's how these 3D models are. See, like, he looks like he is meant to have been bald. Like a little old bald man. Alright, so what happens now? Yes, I have pine wood and red dye on me, luckily. Making the chair. Okay. Let me make some pork stew tonight to celebrate. Okay. I have to wait. Until when? Following day, 6 PM. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. This is a good question, Rory. Go down here. Oh, actually, like in Liwei's defense, like all of this bit is stone. All these big walls, this supports here. I mean, obviously that would make sense considering like it's on the harbour. It's a harbour. In case there's a tsunami or something, you want those big stone walls. But all of this stuff is wood. Like they must have like a fleet of carpenters to maintain all of this, these buildings, especially these bridges and walkways. I think this is all wood. Oh, that's so cool. Dude, still to this day, like I've played over a year and a half now, and just sometimes just the beauty of the environment in Genshin, I have to just stop and have a look. Even though I've seen it almost every day for over a year, it's still breathtaking how pretty everything is.
It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Oh, I see some chicken down there. Let the bangle glow. Oh, thank you. Oh, well, these two.
Could that be she's boat?
Where am I meant to go? It's just running around a headless chicken. Yeah, I've gone totally to the wrong place.
Take it easy.
Oh, excuse me. I'm doing alright, thanks, Robbie. How are you? Sorry about that, I was just watching. Oh yeah, right. No, this NPC's got the same haircut. It's just the grey version. Maybe that's why I didn't notice it before. Maybe it's majority in grey. Don't know. Oh, Yunjin's here. Oh, of course, because they're making the stage for the opera, right? This fucking hat. I really hate this hat on her. I understand this traditional Chinese opera wear, but it looks like, you know, those baby bonnets that they used to put on babies in the time when, you know, when America was first being taken over by the Europeans. That period of time. It looks like one of those. She's got some really nice animations, like her attack animations. Really nice. It's a shame you're never going to use them. It'd be so nice if they gave us an option to like enable headwear or disable headwear on characters, because the majority of headwear in this game I don't like. Like, for example, what's this? Like a UFO on his head. Oh, I mean, at least two of these characters don't have headwear. Like, see, her head, I like it. There's no stupid headgear. His head, I like it. There's no stupid headgear. His head, I don't like it. And if we go through like all the people, the characters, I should say, who's got bad headgear? Right, he's got horns, so it's not really headgear. It's part of his character, so he gets away with it. Same with her; she's got horns, so that's not really headgear. Ayaka has got a. We can't swivel the characters here. We just come out of this screen and we do it here. Or do it go through them here? Every few months I have this pet peeve about the headgear. I don't mind like her whatever that is hair tie, but I don't like this fringe. Otherwise, she's got the Ariana Grande hair thing going on, but the fringe is a bit. You see the shape of her head? I've said this before. If you look at the shape of my head in a webcam, it's like an egg. She's got the egg. She's got the egg head, and she's not bald. So that's not very good. Raiden, like no headgear. It's just a thing behind the ear. Looks very good. Hu Tao, look how shit she looks. I'm sorry. This hat. Who is it that liked the hat? Someone who used to come on stream liked the hat before, but I don't like this hat. I don't really like her design in general. I think she looks a bit shit. I'm honest. Doesn't really look very good. But the hat is really bad. I'd prefer just to have her hair. I'd be happy with just her hair. Do look no hat. Looks good. Sucrose, another weird hat. Another weird UFO. Don't know why the anime characters have UFOs sitting on their heads, but yeah, doesn't look good. Albedo, nothing, looks good. Jean, nothing, looks good. Mona, Mona works because she's a witch. She's got, you know, the typical witch's hat, and they've done it well. It looks good. I'll give them props for this hat. I think it looks good. Child, yeah, well, he's got that mask there, but I mean, that's not really much or anything. You could sort of say he's got nothing, and it would look better without that there. Because the thing with characters, you know, having masks on the sides of their heads, if they can't actually move that mask onto their face, it just becomes a prop. It's not there for anything. So it just seems like it's just getting in the way. I don't like it. Yeah, Kokomi, it's fine, it's just a hair clip. And it's sort of in line with her mermaid aesthetic. And Yunjin, this is the one I think I mind the most, because I actually really like all of her design except this hat. I find it just looks just rubbish. But the rest of her design, I really dig it, especially this little fur collar. It's really cool. Goro, yeah, he's a dog, so he's got ears. That's fine. Rosaria, I mean, I just don't like this thing that I don't know what it is. What's it meant to be? It's like a half hijab, half nuns. You know, she's a nun, but I mean, what is it? It's not even, I don't know what it is. Again, I'd rather see her hair. I don't mind this crown thing. If that crown thing was there and you just had her hair flowing back instead of this weird thing, I think that would look cool. Razor, I mean, I can't knock his headgear. He's got a hood on. You know, he's a hoodie. It's fine. Oh, the old M. Bison hat with the Yanfei. Have you ever played Street Fighter 2? The M Bison. If you look at Yanfei's hat from this angle, it looks like his hat from the front on angle. From the side. Yeah, this is probably one of the worst hats as well. It's terrible. Like, it just that doesn't. You know she was going to look better if she didn't have that on, and if she maybe had this tassel, maybe coming down from the back of her bra there. Down the middle, that might look cool, but this just looks rubbish. I think that's like a back in the day Chinese coin. You know, like the yuans. Back in the day, they used to have the square hole in the middle. I think that's what that's meant to be. Bennett again. Headgear that's unneeded, but at least with his design, he's quite steampunk in his design, so the goggles fit, and he was from that era when the wind gliders were wind gliders and not wings, you know, in the betas of the game, when they were actually copying Breath of the Wild wind gliders rather than having wings. So that kind of fits, and Amber has that aesthetic too, because they were from that generation of design. Zhangling, nothing on her hair, looks fucking great. Ka-ching, just clipped on her hair, looks fucking great. Same with Noelle, just got roses in her hair. Oh, she's got this tiara, but she looks great. Her hair, anyway. I'm not keen on her overall design. I like all the bits where she's armor plated, her knight stuff, but this maid dress is just, it's a joke. What are you doing? Take this off. Just have all plate armor. You'll look sick. Yeah, so Ningguang I can this I can get away with it because I remember like when I was younger, I knew a few Chinese girls, and they used to actually use chopsticks to tie their hair up like that. So I can kind of, that's all right. That fits. Diona, another UFO on her head. What is this thing? I'm sorry, it's terrible. Again, nothing on his head. Looks good. For sure. She's just got clips, a bit of a bat thing going on, fine. Suits her. Again, Beta, she's got that kind of chopstick thing going on, tying her hair up. It's alright. Barbara, this just, I mean, this whole outfit looks terrible, but it would look a lot better if she didn't have that hat on. I know she's meant to look like a nurse, but come on, she looks like an airline hostess. You know, would you like another drink, sir? Aether, nothing, looks fine. Kaya, nothing, looks good. Amber, like I don't mind this because it goes with the Barrett bunny. It looks like bunny ears, so that's all right. But generally speaking, she looks better with nothing on her head. Cujo, again, one of those masks that never covers her face, so it's just pointless being there. Lisa, all right, you can get away with. She's got a Gandalf hat, so that works, right? Yeah, welcome to Teyvat hair. Jinyan, alright, you can, you know, fair enough, it's just hair, what they're called, scrunchies that they tie their hair up with, chicks, but I think it's in line with her aesthetic of being a rocker, so that works, and it's not overly garish. Aloy, nothing, hair looks good. So, another razor, basically, with the hoodie on. Kukushinobu, I don't really mind this hair tying thing, but because she's got the mask on, oh, she takes it off in idle animation. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, I think with two things going on the head, it's a bit too much. Like the mask and that rope tying up her hair. And Toma, he's just got that forehead plate, hasn't he? Which I don't know why he has it. But yeah, I mean, he'd look better without it. Because what is it? Why is it even there? There's no explanation for it. I just wish, like I was saying, there was an option for every character to display or not display headgear. You know, like lots of MMOs have that option where you could just display headgear or not display headgear. I know it's more work for them because they'd have to make the models without, you know, without the hood on here or without these things here or without this hat on, but it's not that much work because it's not like the headgear is part of the finished 3D model. It's a piece, it's another model that's put on top of the character model. Do you know what I mean? So there's not that much work for them. So if anything, it's this, they're taking stuff off, they're not having to add anything. But they probably won't do that. Mihoyo don't really give us players what we want. Brew tea with Yunjin. Alright, where do I have to brew tea with Yunjin? Over here. Is it upstairs, maybe?
Brace yourselves.
Yeah. Poor old man. Fell in love with the wrong chick. I don't even know how to say his name. Eerie? Eerie? It's weird. Alright, let's... Oh, there's a spin disc here. Spin crystal. Not spin disc. Fannery. Is that his name? Fannery? Fannery? Fanna? He? Fanny? I don't know. Something like that. Is that all it took for them to convince him? Like 2 sentences and he's like, alright, I don't mind now, you can tear down the old stage. Alright, fetch quest time. Oh, it's here. I do. I read it all. Because sometimes I'm daydreaming and not like, you know, when you're skim reading, you're not reading properly, and I forget that I'm trying to read what's going on, and I just press skip, and I'm like, oh shit, I wanted to read that. But I do try and read it all, like at least once, you know, like the first time I do it. And then obviously on the second account, I just skip through it all.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
That's probably the reason I don't do hangouts, is because I would end up like reading it all, just paying attention to it. And they're very, very boring. Like 8,000 more to have 2 meals in Teyvat. Really? You're going to some expensive restaurants, bro. Stop eating at Wang Shu Inn. They're ripping you off. You're stingy indeed. Okay. That's one less quest for me to do. I really don't want to do the last quest on my quest log, because then I'll have nothing. I literally have no content. Oh yeah, let's see what that thing was. Pouches. Okay. Okay. When does Spiral Abyss reset? I thought, isn't it today? Yeah, 12 hours. Oh, okay, that'll be tomorrow for me. Oh, it's a shame. Yeah, but you know, like the new content goes quickly, Robbie. Do you know what I mean? Because they kind of force you to do things, like they'll force you to do the Archon quest before you can do the event or something like that. So it all gets done. But these sorts of things that I can just leave in the background to do any time, you know, they're really few and far between now. I suppose I could start clearing up quests on the other account because I'm almost certain my wife's not coming back, but I want to just give her until August, which is when she stopped playing, and if she's not been playing for 1 year, then I'm going to start doing like quests and exploration on that account to pass the time, basically. That sounded like my son. One sec, let me just check if that's my boy. No, I don't think it is. That's good. Oops. Yeah, I mean, you'll never know. I think when 3.0 releases, we'll get, you know, like another slew of world quests like we did with Inazuma. And then I'll have some content I can see on. Because do you remember for how long I had all the Inazuma world quests? I just didn't do them for ages, and then it was just before Enkonomiya came out, I started wrapping those up.
Here we go.
So that's quite a long time. Like maybe 3/4 of a year. Oh, it's so beautiful, this game. Look at that.
Let's play.
Really pretty. Leeway is quite epic as well. Out of the 3 cities, I think it's probably the most spectacular when you first see it. Mondstadt feels a bit small. It was still quite impressive actually the first time you see Mondstadt. You know, when you first play the game and you come over that hill. Ooh, just like in Breath of the Wild, they ripped that off from. But the first time I saw Leeway at night time, but I was up here on one of these mountains looking down, and it was like raining, and so it looked a bit hazy and foggy. It looked so epic. I was like, oh my god, this game looks sick. This is that other quest that I was trying not to do. Okay, it's voice acted.
What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oishi, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea? I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories. Oishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just the years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels. I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique...
Well, it might do, Robbie. I mean, Sushima is meant to be in turmoil, isn't it? I think that's what the story is. When we get there, everything's messed up.
We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice, so a public selection process would not be suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence.
I mean, I don't mind the tone of the game because it can go kind of dark when it needs to. I mean, look at the Vision Hunt decree. That was pretty dark. You know, like there's sort of reminiscent of, you know, like Nazi Europe where they're rounding up the Jews, and it's that sort of same thing. They're rounding up one type of person, one minority of people, because they felt threatened by them. So that was pretty dark, and it took, you know, an epiphany to happen to Shogun to, you know, change the stance on that. And I thought that was quite dark in its storyline, and where the country was in Azuma itself, and then, you know, the parallels with how ancient Japan used to be, where they all closed off to everyone else. All outsiders were not allowed back in the day. So it's all. I thought it was quite. I mean, it'll never go dark because it's not that sort of game. It's always going to try and appeal to the widest audience, and sort of having a real kind of melancholy, dark episode. I don't think it would help their sales very much. And it's, you know, it's not Elden Ring. It's not.
Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
I mean, even the thing with like Kazuhan, you know, his mate, that was quite dark. You know, that
You say you're into behind-the-scenes planning?
in terms of if you actually think about the core concepts of what they were saying, what had happened and what was happening.
Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house.
She reminds me a bit of Eula, her personality, you
You're
know.
all set?
You know, just a bit more easygoing.
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tien is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingguo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingguo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Zhi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
I didn't mean to start that quest or progress further in that quest. Yeah, that's one of my pet peeves about this game. About quests being activated by walking into the area. I really wish they'd just have a confirmation dialogue.
Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to come to Catherine. I wanted to come to Master Zhang. Thank you, and... Getting there. Pice up. Yeah. Fun book. Don't know who you are. Oh, mate, you got yours at level 90. You're lucky. Not bad. Alright, I don't know who you are, but you can be friends. That's the problem I had today, Robert. But then I kind of answered my question got answered by my problem of not having more, or so half of my resin had to go and ley lines to get a bit more. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to do some mining. Let's go.
Stabilize.
Are you going to do ley lines? I'm guessing you're capped on BP now as well, Robbie. You normally cap before I do. Although this BP I was actively farming it, whereas normally I kind of half-assedly farm it. Can I get... No, there's no hole there to go around this way. Yeah, more is never something that's unneeded. Like, it's always one of the two things that's bottlenecking me. It's always the more and the other thing, you know, and the other thing is either like the weapon ascension material or the character ascension material or the character talent book or the ore to upgrade, you know, like, but the other side of it is always more, and more is always needed. Did you? Wow. I think I only finished it yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah.
Solidify. Charge.
Oh, I thought he had his burst up.
Moment of birth. Who wants some of this?
Oh, missed something. Noctilus Jade. Yeah, that's the only thing with finishing the BP quickly, is you do end up having to do like more ley lines to, you know, get that same injection of funds. let's grab these crystal flies while we're here. Is this what that blacksmith thinks is a good outcrop of rocks, really?
Stabilize.
I do not agree.
Osmanthus wine tastes the...
Yes, Osmanthus wine tastes the same, as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? I don't know what the one he's got a line about the boats in Leeway Harbour, but I don't know what else he says. He goes on for ages. The boats in Leeway Harbour. Something. I think my favourite one is every journey has its end. Don't rush. Wise old Zhongli. It's like the philosopher of Genshin. It was like Ito's like the total opposite character. Young, brash, useful attitude.
Can't catch me. This is order. Advance! Burst forth. Feel this ancient power. Bam! Stabilize.
We'll kill these dudes while we're here.
I will have order. Fall in! Coming to beat. Oni coming through! Attaboy!
This actually just hit for 92k and his weapon's not even level 60 yet. Really? Because my level, when I was using the Serpent Spine level 90 R3, if she was hitting for 103k, it's only 10k off and the weapon's not even level 60 yet. Impressive.
Gather! Rally! Moment of birth! Bam!
But that one only hit 22k. Yeah, normal attacks are much more powerful with this than with Serpent Spine. Not physical damage attacks. I don't know, do you think it's worth it? That's how I would rate it. Because it's like it's a temple, isn't it? It's 80 primos more than a temple. So that's how I see it. It's like, I think I would rather have a temple than that outfit, but each to their own, you know, like if you really like the outfit. I'm personally just not keen on that range of outfits. Hello Firebolt. I play on EU server. Yeah, Robbie, so you know what I was saying is that range of outfits, you know, the evening kind of attire, the one let's go to the shop and have a look. The one where we got the free one for Ningguang. I'm not really keen on them because I don't see how they fit into, you know, like if I'm this is why my Ningguang is not in that outfit. I've kept her in a normal outfit because they don't seem really like battle outfits. Hello, the golden. That's great. Yeah, they don't really feel like they'd go to battle in them.
Let's make haste.
This outfit, I think, makes Ningguang look pretty thick. I mean, look how wide her thighs look, right? But at least she looks like she's ready for battle. And you put her into the other outfit, I'll just go to the shop and do it. It just looks a bit, I don't know how to describe it. It looks a bit too, like I wouldn't want to go into battle with her wearing that. Like that. It looks beautiful, right? But it looks like she's going out for dinner. Doesn't look like she's going out to throw rocks at people. So from that point of view, I'm not keen on it. It's the same for Keqing with me. Like, that looks like she's going out to watch Yun Jin perform some Chinese opera or something. Do you know what I mean? For an evening out. Whereas this, I don't know, it doesn't really look like she's going to battle in it, but it looks more like day-to-day wear. And these are even cool. Look at the name, Opulent Splendor. What's the name of the Ningguang one? Orchard's evening gown. It is an evening gown. So yeah, I don't know if I would. I wouldn't. I don't think it's worth it. You're on Age the Sir. It's nice to meet you too, Golden. I'm sorry, Firebolt. But are you playing your Ningguang? Sorry, your Keqing, a lot, Robbie? Because if you're playing her a lot, maybe you know you want to change her outfit for her. Oh, I forgot this Ningguang's using a level 0 weapon, isn't she? Where's he gone? Let's do this. I should lock on.
Attaboy! It's showtime!
You can't run from death.
You're right. You can't run from debt.
Can't catch me.
The bank will always find you when you need to pay your credit card bill off for spending too much money on Genshin Impact. Right, have we got any more? Alright, well then your use case is different, isn't it? Because you're playing her like a lot. She's in your Abyss team, so she's always going to be on your roster. So then you got to then it's about how much do you like the outfit. That's what it boils down to if you're using her a lot. Because if I'm using a character a lot, I might want to have a change how they look. The other thing with Keqing's skin though is it doesn't seem like it's too different from the normal skin. You know what I mean? At least with Ningguang's skin, it's a completely different style to her normal dress. But yeah, I don't know. Keqing's one looks too similar to her normal skin for me. And plus, I don't know. I think I'd rather have a 10 pull myself. I'd rather have a guaranteed 4-star weapon or character than a skin that I don't, like that much. But if you like it a lot, then go for it. If you, that's the way you got to see it. What's your opinion on it? Because mine is I don't really like them that much. But she said it's quite hard for a level 0 weapon or level 1 weapon.
It's nothing. Your life is mine.
Bye bye, Fireball. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day too. Let's give her a bit of defense boost from Goro. She does actually benefit from the defense boost from Goro. Okay, not very much, but she does. Yeah, that's what my own opinion is. I'd rather have 10 pulls Because temples is, you know, it's a guaranteed 4-star something. And even if it means that, you know, even if it means that I have yet another copy of one of these multiple 4-star weapons I've already got, I still think I'd rather have one of those than the skin. 1 second, my phone. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I'd rather have even like I was saying, even another repeat of one of these things that I'm never going to probably use, than have that a skin that I don't, you know, absolutely love. That's where I'm at. I'd rather have something that tangible that I could use over something that looks nice but it doesn't really appeal to me. Now, if it really appeals to you, her outfit, then that's different. But for me personally, it doesn't really reach out and grab me. I mean, that's what the problem's been with these skins. That's why I think they don't get a lot of sales, is they're not very good. And there's not many of them. Look, these two came out a year ago, and the Golden Archipelago. That's coming back next patch, so that's a year ago. And these two, I don't know, they've been out for a few months, haven't they? I can't remember how long. And what's that's gonna? So what's the rollout gonna be of new skins? We get a new one every 6 months or something. Because apparently we're gonna get new skins in the next patch. I heard we're gonna get a deluxe skin, and I forgot who the other one is. But we have to see what sort of skin it is, because it might be part of this range, right? So it might be D-Look in a suit with a top hat and tails and a cravat around his neck and a monocle and a cane or some shit. Do you know what I mean? That's not going to appeal to me. I'd rather have him in his pirate outfit, his standard outfit. And what, are they going to put him in swimming trunks to go with this range of outfit? That's not going to appeal to me. I'm not going to have D-Look in bloody swimming outfit. I might do, actually. A pair of trunks with the tuna. He might look cool. Is it official? Okay, so official's the free one. Yeah, actually, now thinking about D-Look, because of that big tuna sword that we've got, maybe in swimming trunks he would look cool if he had sunglasses, swimming trunks on, and then the big fish, and maybe some like flip-flops, you know, like beachwear. That might look cool. But if it's anything like these designs here, I'm not going to be interested. I like these designs, right? You know, these two night sort of evening wear designs. But there's no place for them, like, to be used. I mean, I guess if you do role-play in Genshin, I haven't heard of people doing role-playing in Genshin, because you can only do 4-player co-op, so the role-playing sort of gets a bit limited. But, you know, like in MMO, certain people just, a whole guild will be just people doing role-play, where they write out lines for their characters, and they go and act it out in the tavern and shit. And it's funny, you walk into a tavern in an MMO and there's just a guild of people doing all this role-playing, and you're like, what the fuck is going on in here? Like, there's monsters to be killed. Don't you people want to go and kill monsters? You want to stay in here doing role-play? But each to their own, right? That's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But there's no, like, because with 4-player co-op, how much role-play can be going on to make people want to be wearing those evening outfits? I don't see it. I thought I saw a marking on my map. maybe not. I should go and... Actually, I'll go and get the ore from down here, because that's always a good spawn. Yeah, they more than likely what happened, Robbie, is that they didn't sort of plan to do it. You know, it was an afterthought. I think that's been the case in so many areas of Genshin, where you can see that they haven't thought about what they've done when they've initially done it, and they've done a thing, and then afterwards they've tried to retcon it or change it in some way to make either more money from it or make their development life doing it easier. I mean, I suppose you can't really blame them either. This is their first properly fully open world game. You know, I know Honkai got open world added onto it afterwards, but you know, their first proper open world RPG. And so I guess mistakes are going to be made. So I give them a bit of slack because of that. They're still quite a new development company in terms of, you know, being AAA, because I consider this game AAA, like the production quality of it. Yeah, so I give them a bit of slack now. I mean, they've done good. Like, I love Genshin. I absolutely love this game. So as far as I'm concerned, I can give them a bit of leeway in terms of their design choices and design errors, because they're still getting used to it all. And perhaps they didn't anticipate how much of a hit this game would be. So perhaps, you know, initially they hadn't allocated the correct amount of resources to it. So that's why in that first year of release we had certain mistakes happening, like with Bennett, you know, like where his C6 should have been his C1 and his C1 should have been his C2, things like that. And so yeah, so those mistakes can be understood, and now it seems a bit more refined, like they've got a bit more of a plan now, how to approach every banner and characters and weapons and stuff. But yeah, like the skins, I feel like they're another one of those systems where they've just kind of let it rot to a certain degree. Not rot, but you know, like they've left it to the side because it hasn't had the immediate success they wanted to financially, and either they don't have the resources to fully, you know, like pursue that avenue in terms of developers and stuff, or they just figure, well, it didn't make us money, we're not going to really do much with it, rather than look into why, you know, like the why it didn't make money. Because skins can make you a hell of a lot of money. Go and look at Black Desert. You know, I used to full-time play that game, and like a skin was 30 quid, 30 euros for a skin for your character. And I had skins on multiple of my characters, right? People would buy them. People buy them. If they look good, people buy them. But that's the problem. These ones, they look good, but they don't fit into the world. I don't know why I'm farming these things. Might as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do something with this Ningguang. She's already fairly well built. Just need to take these two up to 8. No, I didn't hear about that. I have seen Tower of Fantasy. Like I've paid attention to the game, but I haven't heard any of that controversy. Have you played it, Robbie? Did you play Tower of Fantasy? It doesn't really look like my cup of tea, even though it's a more traditional MMO. The style of it is a bit too, you know, like when a game tries to incorporate too many kind of themes from fantasy to cyberpunk to steampunk, and it's just got too much going on in terms of it didn't really feel like it had an identity when I was looking at it. Whereas Genshin is deeply rooted in high fantasy. You know, Honkai is pure cyberpunk. So, well, a bit of steampunk as well. So they've got their own identities. Whereas to me, Tower of Fantasy I didn't feel like it had an identity. And it didn't look as refined as Genshin as well, the animations and
Can't catch me.
the abilities and stuff. It looked like a bit of a better version of Nino Kunai, like that to me. So, but very similar sort of game. Oh yeah, okay, it's Duke Genshin. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it looked like.
Everyone on me! Rise!
I mean, I suppose that does tie into what we were talking about just previous, you know, about the skins and systems that they don't finish in Genshin. I mean, I suppose you could argue it's because they focus on their core, the core of this game, which is the combat, right? And the combat is so freaking good that, yeah, like you could, the rest of the things that aren't perfect with this game, the combat's great, the visuals are great, and the music's great. So when you got three of the main things like done really well, really well, you can kind of like overlook the other things, like they haven't developed systems further, like Elemental Sight or the skins or the Wave Rider or any of these things. I can kind of overlook it. There's always going to be someone saying that, isn't there? There's always, I mean, what was it for like 2 decades? Or I kept hearing every new MMO that came out, this is the WoW killer, you know? It used to be like the WoW killer, now it's whatever the next big title is at the time. And I don't think other games kill other games. I think games themselves allow them to lose their players, and if that happens to, if the game happens to be hemorrhaging a lot of players at a time another game is releasing, then sure, that game gets those players, but I don't think it's a new game specifically that kills an old game. I think there's a lot of factors related into the death of a game. There's this series on YouTube called I think it's the death of the game. Some American dude, who might be Canadian, I don't know, but he does really good in-depth videos as to like what killed MMOs. Specifically, it's about MMOs. And I found that channel really interesting because it shows you how many different things have to happen at the same time and coincide for a game to actually fully die. It's a very interesting series. What were you doing, Sam? I thought you were fishing all this time. Yeah, I think the series is called Death of a Game. I think if you search for that, let me just try and search for it on YouTube. It's a good series, and it covers like loads of the last 20 years MMOs. And obviously, for someone like me, who MMOs have been my main game for a while. Let's just have a death.
And so there is Elrond.
Death of a Game, that might be it.
Dictates that.
Let's have a look. Yeah, the guy's called Nerd Slayer, and the series is called Death of a Game. It's pretty good. Oh, New World's on there. 1 month ago he made the video about New World. I'll have to watch that. One about Battlefield 2042. Yeah, it's a good channel. I don't know why I'm coming up here. Whee! Alright, what's the time now? I got about 10 minutes to play. That was my wife phoning to say they're on their way back. I need to like open some windows, spray some air freshener because I've been smoking in the front room. I'm not allowed to do technically, but when the boy's not here, when no one's at home, I have a sneaky smoke in the front room. I think it will run for a little while because Amazon are backing it, right? They got big fucking money, Amazon. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna last more than a year in total from its release. Well, it must be close to 6 months now, right? Because it came out last year, didn't it? I think it came out last year. I don't think it will last more than a year. But yeah, that series is very interesting. Death of a Game goes into the business practices, it goes into the development cycles and development hell that can happen, as with all software development. It goes into, like you said, player retention. The player's going to stay, or they're going to stay when the new game comes out. It's all very well done. I used to watch his videos when I used to play Black Desert. You know, on my second monitor, I'll be watching his Death of a Game series while I was grinding away in Black Desert. And those are the days before I started streaming. Well, actually, those are the days I couldn't stream because the apartment I used to live in had a little flat, and it was down a private road, and the phone line companies here, they wouldn't lay fibre down our private drive, so I was stuck with shitty ADSL for like 9 years that I lived there. So I could not stream. I didn't have the bandwidth to stream. And that was the time when I had a lot of time to play games. Literally every evening after work, I'd be gaming until bedtime. And that nowadays, I've got the internet connection, right? But I've got no time because I've got a baby to look after. It's funny. Was it Feb last year? Was it that long ago? So it's been over a year then. I thought it was like October or September last year it came out. February, God, it's been a long time. I remember when it was released, you and me were talking about it, so it's been a long time. I should really go and talk to the blacksmith in Monster and get the outcrop locations. Oh, do we have any things to upgrade his weapon with? Nope. Oh, sorry, I keep going into menus. I just want to check if I've got the ascension materials for the next stage. Yeah, I should be able to farm those. I need 12 of them. Sweet. Wagner, my old friend, you're still making that same sword that you've been making for the last 400 odd days that I've been playing Genshin. It's going to be a sick sword if it's taking him that long to make it. A better glow like the Mist Splitter if it's taking you that long to make it. It's funny that change as well that happened in MMOs. Like back in the day, all MMOs, you know, if you got your weapon to like plus 10 or something, suddenly you'd get a glow. You got it to plus 12, you'd get a stronger glow. You got it to plus 20 and there's freaking lightning coming off it and stuff. Now games don't do that. Like that's ended that period. Only like really cheap cash grab MMOs do that nowadays. Yeah, God, it's really, yeah, it doesn't feel that long ago. I can remember when it was released and we were talking about how it was failing, basically. We are still talking about it over a year later. Yeah, I'm surprised it's lasted over a year. But yeah, it goes back to what I was saying about Amazon have got deep pockets. And I guess the way they would work it out is, is it costing more than its development at the moment? And then also, is it earning enough to keep, you know, paying the overheads, you know, staff costs for GMs and server costs? And if it is, you keep it running. If it's not, you cut your losses and you get out. But I wonder if part of it as well, because you know, like Jeff Bezos, he's got quite a big ego. That guy, look, he just like bloody Elon Musk. They've got big egos. They want to go to freaking space and sending big rockets that are shaped like cocks into space. Like seriously, both their rockets, right? They've got some sort of issue, right? that they have to make up for something that's lacking, and because of that ego that he's got, he might not want, you know, Amazon's first MMO to shut down because it's kind of like an admission of failure. Those ego guys don't like admitting they're wrong. Like what they call narcissistic people. They're both narcissists. Musk and Bezos, Zuckerberg, all these big tech, newly I shouldn't say newly wealthy, because they all had money beforehand, but yeah, newly power, I guess. Hello, Alan the Mighty Wizard. How is your wizarding going today? I'm surprised. You know what else I'm surprised about New World, Robbie, is the that's alright. There's nothing wrong with a simple mind. There's only ever anything wrong with a devious mind. Yeah, the other thing with New World that I was surprised by was, you know, the style of it, where it's set in that conquistadors sort of time period. I didn't think it would be appealing to many people, that kind of look, but I guess it was initially. Had the game worked, it would have probably retained a lot of its players that it lost through being a broken game. Yeah, because most MMO players, like, they either like the high fantasy kind of setting, the cyberpunk or steampunk setting, or you know, like Asian high fantasy with like wings and dragons and all that kind of stuff. She's not really well built. No, I need to build her properly. She is, I think her talent's a 877. She hasn't got good gear on. Yeah, like, she's not very well built. She's in what's she wearing? Yeah, I haven't plussed up her artifacts. She's got level 0, level 1 weapon. She is C6 though. I only put her in here because I wanted to look at her outfit. The person that I normally have in this group is Albedo, not Ningguang. Where is he? Yeah, we just put Ning in there because we were discussing the skins that are available, and I wanted to look at her normal skin, which I think is vastly superior to her evening gown skin.
Can't catch me.
Let's get that rock. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, I should be going to the outcrop locations. I'm just running around hitting every rock. Oh, it really doesn't feel like a year since it came out, New World. Gosh. Surprising. The thing is, isn't it, when you get old like me, time starts going really fast. I miss the days of my 20s and my early 30s when I had a lot of time to be able to play games. Good times. It is, I mean, it is a big upgrade for him. I won't lie about it. That's why I wanted it, because I knew it was going to like be huge increase over Serpent Spine, and it also makes him a bit easier to manage in terms of stacks, because with Serpent Spine you need him on field to get the 5 stacks, but then you need to take him off field when he's got the 5 stacks to then get the 4 stacks of the husk set back up, because he needs to be off field to get those stacks. So it's a bit of a pain in the butt, like, you know, like managing to have max stacks with Serpent Spine. It's doable, and he works well with Serpent Spine. And you know, you saw over the last, I don't know how long have I had him since he was first released, 6 months or something, more than that, like 8 months. He bangs hard, but you obviously see the difference, don't you? Like level 58 weapon and his physical attacks now hit for like 5 to 7k, whereas with Serpent Spine it was level 90 R3 and it was hitting for like 3 to 5k his normal attacks. 5k being the crits, you know, 2 to 3 being the normal attacks. So it is, I think it is good, but if you're gonna play like Ito a lot, that's the thing. That's how I've been doing it. You know, since I got Ganyu, I'd managed to get all the characters I wanted. You know, the older characters, not the newer ones. And I was basically been chasing weapons, but only of the characters that I enjoy playing. And I enjoy playing Ito, so to me it was a no-brainer. I mean, kind of a no-brainer, right? Because I spent more money than I wanted to, but I don't feel bad about it because, like I said, it was a bit of retail therapy. I was feeling a bit down on the weekend, and I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I want to buy something new to cheer myself up a bit. And why not get the only thing that I really want? You know, I'm quite an old man now. Like everything else that I kind of want in life, I just get. So I thought, well, the only thing I really want is this virtual sword that I've been thinking about for a few months. So get it. Is it 6 to 7 months? Yeah, a while ago. But yeah, you're a 2 of 2 though, right? Or are you 1 of 2 on Epitomized Path? I think you're 2 of 2. I mean, if you're 2 of 2, it makes sense if you like playing Ito. If you're 1 or 2, then it's debatable. I mean, it depends, you know. Can you justify the spend to yourself? For me, I couldn't justify it. Just it came at a time where I needed to buy something new to cheer myself up.
Can't catch me.
I was very happy I didn't get 2 copies of Memory of Dust. I was a bit upset that the second weapon that I got was Skyward Atlas, though. Probably like the worst catalyst in the game. But yeah, it would have been nice to get Skyward Harp. I don't have a lot of. I don't think I have any 5-star bows. No, I've got 1 5-star bow, I think. Oh no, I've got 2. No, I've got 3. Alright, fair enough. I thought I only had 1. Alright. But one-handed swords, spears, I've got a ton of, like 4 spears. One-handed swords, 4. 3 claymores. And 4 freaking catalysts. You're kidding me. And the catalysts I could do without having any of them, right? Because Thrilling Tales does everything I need a catalyst to do. Yeah, having 5-star catalysts makes me wish that Thrilling Tales didn't exist in the game. Because it's really unfortunate that they will never be used. Well, maybe Memory of Dust. I'm considering building that because of Ningguang, because I like Ningguang, and it's kind of an excuse to build the weapon and to build her properly. But yeah, otherwise I probably wouldn't build her more than she's already built. Just see where the other outcrops are. I think I must have got them all. Fine. Just do the circuit of the usual enhancement ores. I should try and do this every couple of days when they respawn. Like I used to when I first started playing the game, you know, when you're trying hard. Like, every time these things respawned, I'd come and harvest them all. And now I really need them, I just can't be bothered to do it regularly.
Can't catch me.
Yeah, imagine still having Kokomi's donut at level 60. How long has it been since I had that? Like, it must be, what, January, February? I got that donut. It's still level 60. I wish I could just transfer stuff. Like, on the other account, I got 2,000 plus of the unrefined ores just sitting in my inventory, and no farming has occurred on that account. But here, as soon as I get it, it goes. But then, you know, it swings and roundabouts, because it was like what I was saying to you about having a good roster of characters. Like, you know, large roster allows you to have more fun in this game. So I have more fun on this account because I've got more choices, but on the other account, less fun but more resources. So it's like, yes, which one do you prefer to have? Oh. But I've always had that problem in MMOs. I've never had resources. Like, well, as soon as I get resources, I spend them to make my characters stronger. And then you got like the guy like who's in the same guild as me, and he's got millions and millions of resources saved up, and I got this big fat zero. But all my gear is really well enhanced. Can't be proper changing to a pyro character for that. Just too lazy to run. Oh, it's a nice little outcrop. Big Daddy Zhong. Which constellation is it of his that allows you to give shields to a teammate? Alright, C2. That's too much money to get C2 to help people in co-op. I wouldn't mind his C1. I wouldn't mind being able to put 2 of his pillars down. I think that would be quite helpful. In this team especially, because if he could put 2 pillars down, then he puts 1 construct. Max is 4, isn't it? No, she counts as 1. I don't think Goro's skill count as geo constructs. I might be wrong on that though. Alright, 5 more minutes and then I'm going to log off. Oh mate, there's nothing here. Maybe I came here yesterday. This could be the truth. Oh, there's 2 over there though. What did you do? Get Mora? Or some artifacts? I really don't mind not spending my resin on artifact farming these days. Yeah, Mora, it's a good one. Because we're at that stage now, Robbie, you know, with our characters where to get upgrades is quite difficult. And more often than not, you know, like we're disappointed when we go and do artifact domains because we just get nothing. So I'd rather like go and get Mora or go and get some talent books, go and get something else that's a tangible upgrade rather than an RNG chance at upgrade. Alright, Mrs. is in the Uber now. Let's just do these ones up here and then I'm going to log off. Yeah, I think more is like one of those things, like I was saying, it's always half of my bottleneck in every kind of thing of upgrading is Mora, so it seems like the most beneficial current resource to always be farming.
Coming to be. Attaboy. Can't catch me.
Again, going back onto his weapon as well, at level 30, when I, you know, when you set everything up properly with Goro and you've got 2 geo constructs down as well, and you start whacking away in Ito's burst, at level 30 he was, the weapon, level 30, it was hitting for the same amount as the level 90 Serpent Spine. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's nice. I think on my other account I've got like 4 million. Or it might be more, it might be 7 million. I can't remember. It's quite a lot of millions basically. And I've got like hundreds of heroes' wits, like thousands of those enhancement ores, like I was telling you. You know, just so many resources that should I choose to level someone up, I can almost do it instantly. The only thing that would be the bottleneck there would be the ascension materials, because I might not pre-farm those. It's nice having a savings account. You know, that's how I see it. It's like a savings account. It's like this. If you compare Genshin to like bank accounts, this would be my current account. No, this would be my credit card account, and my other account is like my savings account. Okay, these rocks are gone, I guess. Yeah. Must have picked them up yesterday. Alright, Robbie, I think this is going to be the end of my stream. Sam, thank you for joining me, Robbie. As always, it's a pleasure. Everyone and anyone else who joined, MDR, anyone new, thank you for joining. And I'll be back for another long one tomorrow, because I've got the afternoon free. And we can hang out a bit more. So, yeah, have a good one, guys. And thank you too, mate. Thank you too for joining. Have a lovely day, everyone.